In the past year and recently, parts of Nigeria have been affected by flooding. While individuals have called for intervention, one of the ways the government have tackled the immediate effects of flooding is to donate to victims. We are speaking with some individuals to hear their take on this immediate measure the government is taking to address the issue of flooding.
No, the first thing is to control that flooding. If you can control the flooding, then you see the second thing is to help the people, is to see how you can help the people. But the first thing is to control the flooding. If you can control the flooding, because in the process of giving these people measure, help, you can forget in controlling the flooding, and it will still repeat itself again. That is why it continues. It might take your time before they will come and know that, oh, let us control this before helping the people. That is why it's many times you suffer it.
Like we initially discussed, I think they go into funding, but I don't think that should be the first measure. If you have an interest to save something tomorrow, you prepare today. There is no plan for the flooding tomorrow. That is why we are getting the flooding tomorrow. Instead of preparing today, we get it tomorrow. There are measures like dredging. Yes, you open the rivers, you channel water. Water is not, you don't stop water, you control water, the direction of water. So I think those measures would prove very useful. If not, if the channel for the water is flooded or blocked, of course it will overflow because we can't hold water. Yes, so if the channel is blocked, it will overflow, and which will lead to what? Flooding because of excess flow. So I think we'll start with dredging. We'll open the channels and clear the channels. And we also play a part. The community themselves play a part. Because if the young boy drinking Coke finishes and throws inside the gutter, of course it will go and block something. I think it's called debris, yes? It will gather and there will be a blockage. And now the water cannot pass through that channel. Where will the water go? It will stop and it will come back up and it will enter inside the house. So the community will play their role, the government will play their role. But the government has to start with dredging, opening the channel, and sensitization, orientation of the community, so that these communities can know it is important for them to take care of their own community, because the government cannot come and live in their houses. It is their houses, so they should play their own part to control the flow of water around their environment.
In my own opinion, one thing I know about flood is that it goes to like steep areas, right? So I think the first thing is to know the cause of the flood, because if you donate to them, the money will definitely finish, right? So I think they should know the cause of the flood. If they're able to like make the area they live a little flood resistant, I think that would save people a lot of stress, rather than donating to them and then they will leave whenever there's flood again. Another year they have to leave and then return and leave again.
So how do we make the areas flood resistant?
Now that's the job of the engineers. I think they should if the government actually cares about their citizens, right? I think they should contract engineers to understand what's going on there. If there's a way to lift maybe the areas that that flood usually happens, and then so that people can remain in their homes, please. Because I don't want to leave my own home.
What I observe is there are some body of government that went to visit this thing. Normally they are supposed to take, even if there is no access for them to go there based on security issues and all that. At least Nigerian is big enough to have an helicopter. At least they'll be able to fly over there and see what is happening, then rescue mission and other things. So we don't have all those rescue gadgets available for now. And the another thing that I need the government to do is like the dam. They should take very, very good care of that axis, that's at least to protect it very well. They should have a body that will control the dam. I don't know how to put that, and it all depends on where the flood came from. There is another way, like littering of wastes, all these bottles and all that. That's why I say depend on the area. Like the one that happened in Niger State, what the news we got is the dam, that they reopened the dam, they freed it, and it might be a political thing. They're trying to saboteur and all these things. So it all depends. So
to give you like how you're going to build the house, because so many people will just go to where water's supposed to pass and they will build house there, and before you know, flood will happen. Why? Because they didn't, the building was not structured well. You understand?
What do you think of donations? What do you think of donations being the first measure the government uses to intervene? What do you think about it? Do you think it's the right decision?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because anybody at that condition will need help. So most of them, when the flood happened, some of them will lose their properties, their houses, food and other things. So with the intervention of the government, it will help a lot.
Well, you've heard your opinions. If you think differently, let us know in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.